Hey everybody, I'm Kevin. I'm not childish, but I am depressed. I suffer from depression. In fact, they speculate that I was born depressed. And you think about it, that's pretty bad. But it's due to not producing enough serotonin. So I just thought I would talk about it a little bit because I haven't felt like doing anything as far as making videos here for the last week and a half or so. And I felt bad about it because I want to produce a certain number per week, and not that I've made any commitment to that, because I figure 1 week's good, 1 week's bad, whatever. But I can say that I also couldn't come up with ideas. But the reason I believe that I couldn't come up with ideas is because of the depression. I just didn't want to do things. And I got what I absolutely had to do done, but nothing extra. And that's pretty rough. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that's suffering along with me. And I know that even now, depression is not really looked at as being real, something that requires, effort to take care of. I want to say cure, but I guess really that just doesn't happen. I guess some medications improve things, but they don't cure them. I can tell you that the medication I take is it stops me from feeling. I don't feel much anymore anyway because of a lot of the issues that have happened to me. I've become desensitized because I've had so many experiences that have turned into some form of disappointment. Just life hasn't worked out the way I thought. Even when I thought I was doing the right thing, it didn't happen. The things didn't fall together. And some people will tell you, well, you didn't try hard enough, you didn't do this, didn't do that. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's bullshit. Sometimes we're just not supposed to succeed. I believe in having a higher power. I believe in having a spiritual life. And in my spiritual life, I call my higher power God. And I don't believe that He promises heaven on earth. And that's, one of the issues. I think for me, I'm not getting heaven on earth. And maybe it's due to the fact that I wouldn't treat my rewards properly. I don't know. But I actually do have depression. It's not just the things that go wrong for me. I don't get excited like other people do when something good happens. And in fact, at this point, and this has been going on for years, I know that if something good does happen, that shortly after that, things are going to fall apart. And I don't know I don't know how you can enjoy the one moment knowing that, something's going to come crashing down the next. It's almost like you don't want to ever have a good time just so that you don't have the bad times. I have plenty of examples of it, and that's why I started the Why Me. Because I wanted to have like an autobiography of all the crap, and I mean, it's somewhat interesting, and one of these days maybe someone will actually take some interest in it, or maybe I'll be able to improve my projection here and make my videos more interesting. But for now, if nothing else, I'm getting things recorded, and I need that, and then if things develop later on, people that are curious can go back and see the beginnings of all this and see where it goes. It may not go anywhere, but I've done enough stuff in my life that, for this to not work, not a big deal. It's not costing me anything. Oh, I did find something out, though. I was thinking, man, it'd be nice to have a better camera and have more of like a studio to do things. Well, shit. My son has all the equipment. He bought it when he was back in high school to do filming of the basketball team. And so he's even got the green background and everything else. Of course, I don't know how to use that, just like I don't even know how to use this stuff. I mean, I literally just said, I'm going to make a video, and I started. I had no background whatsoever. That is one of the better things about me. When I feel like it, I'm not afraid to try just about anything. Don't ask me how that fits into depression. I don't know. Of course, at this point, I'm doing a lot of the things I would do when I'm feeling better, but I'm not feeling better. I'm just doing it. I really am glad that I was able to get enough energy up today to make 2 videos, and I'll post them as I feel like it. Really, I'm no hurry, so they'll be out there. And I got a 3rd one because I got my 6th whatever you call it, of my Why Me. See, I can't even remember things, and that's really hard on me when I'm in a group of people and I want to say something. I can't remember the right words. I can't remember the name of the person, the name of the place. I can see all of it happening in my mind, but I can't describe it. That's another part, and that's not depression. That's just the way my brain works. And so it's not very interesting. In fact, right now, I think I would work better if I had somebody that's talking to, not necessarily talking to me, but it's more of the lead person. And I just be the one that, makes comments along the way, because while they're talking, my brain can come up with stuff, and then I can just interject what I'm thinking or say my thought, and a lot of times what I say is funny, or with my dry humor, it's meant to be funny anyway. I've gotten in trouble a lot with my dry humor, because I'm thinking I'm funny and nobody else is. So if you are wondering where I'm at sometimes, don't seem to be putting out much as far as videos, it's probably due to depression. And I'm glad I got to talk about that a little bit. If anybody out there feels like they're all by themselves, they're not. Oh, I wanted to tell about this guy. He's a multimillionaire. Can't remember his name, just like anything else. But he has fought depression his whole life. And he decided, since he was originally from Ireland, and don't quote me on where it is, I'm pretty sure it's Ireland. But anyway, he built a facility over there to help people with depression and to seek better ways to treat it. And they interviewed him. I mean, he was not a real talkative person. He just told them the facts and that was it. But then he admitted that when they're having a dinner or something like that for people, and even though he's going to speak at it, he never sits up at the head table. He sits in the back of the room because he's never sure when he's going to have some kind of a anxiety attack or whatever, and that he might have to leave. Now, he said so far it's never actually happened. However, he sits in the back of the auditorium or whatever, but he goes up when it's his time and he presents what he is, wanting to present, but then he's done. So there's a way a person's living with it and is very successful. So we're all, struggling with this, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that struggle with it that haven't been diagnosed at all. All right, well, I'm going to get off of here, and everybody have a nice day. See you.